Good evening and welcome to a new quick edit video. This time I want to fake the grungy HDR look by just using Lightroom. This effect doesn't really work all the time, but in some cases it can look pretty amazing, and I think for this shot it does work quite well. So before I start the editing, here are the before and after images. Okay, and as always I'm starting in the lens correction tab. And here I just activate those two settings. Then I want to go back to the top and change the profile to Adobe Standard. This will already boost the shadows a little bit. And in order to create this HDR look, I want to have less contrast than usual. So this change will help me already quite a bit. Then next, let's work on the exposure. As this image is quite dark, I need to increase it a little bit. And of course now there are some overexposed areas, but I can easily fix that by reducing the highlights. And then to further reduce the contrast for that HDR look, I simply increase the shadows all the way up. And now you can already get a pretty clear image on what this will look like. Then a few things I can also do is to increase the clarity a bit, just to add some structure to that shot. And I can also increase the vibrance a bit. Okay, then let's do some more color grading. For this image I would reduce the yellow saturation a bit. And because the sky is quite oversaturated, I'm also reducing the blue ones. Then let's go on with some split toning, where I want to apply a cold color tone to the shadows. And maybe reduce the strength a bit. Okay. For the final step in the color grading, I'm going all the way down to the calibration tab, where I want to work on the blue primary hue. I think for this image it's a good idea to reduce the hue and maybe also boost the saturation. And as you can see, this will bring out some of those red color tones quite nicely. And then the final step, of course, the sharpening. And that's already about it for creating this grungy HDR look. As said before, this will not work on every image, but in my opinion it works good when you have a lot of contrast going on in the picture. Like in this case with the sunlight hitting the rock and the waterfall and the deep shadows in the back of the image. So I hope this was an interesting short video, and of course if you'd like to see more content like this, then please feel free to subscribe to my channel, and thank you very much for watching this video.